Here are the top stories. Federal Executive Council approved action plan to protect human rights. Students lament low evacuation from war-torn Sudan. Federal government charged $1.2 million. IPOB tells Buhari that his sins are unforgiven. Ogun government alerts residents over expected flash flood. NEMSA urges electricity consumers to reject meters without seals and labels. On the foreign scene, the COVID-19 death dropped by 95% single January. And in sports, Man City trash Arsenal as Chelsea continue losing. Details of this coming up shortly. Now the news in detail. I am OLUWAFISAYOMI, AJIBOLA. The Federal Executive Council has approved an action plan to promote and protect human rights in the country. The plan, which will be effective from 2022 to 2026, was formulated by stakeholders in the ministries, departments, and agencies. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, disclosed this after the weekly council meeting. According to the minister, the plan was meant to consolidate and upscale efforts of the government to ensure citizens' rights are protected. Malami said the Buhari-led federal government prioritized human rights, which informed why it paid 135 million naira to victims of APO 6. Students has lamented on how the federal government took up the evacuation process of 2,400 students and other Nigerians on a slow pace. Although the federal government hired 40 buses for the repatriation of citizens from Khartoum and other cities to Egypt, only 10 buses were available as of Wednesday morning, while additional 4 buses were provided later in the day. Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyema said the federal government had been charged $1.2 million for the evacuation of Nigerian nationals out of Sudan. He cited insecurity in Sudan for the high cost of evacuating Nigerians from Sudan. The federal government says no Nigerian has died in the ongoing crisis in Sudan between the country's army and the Rapid Support Forces. The Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Zubairu Dada, who spoke on Wednesday, said the government has begun evacuating Nigerians stranded in Sudan in batches. The minister said the government has arranged security support and transportation for the Nigerians to the Egyptian border. Dada added that some Nigerians have also been rescued via ship by the Saudi Arabian government. President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his vice Kassim Shettima have moved into the Defense House in Abuja ahead of their inauguration in May. The Defense House, located in Maitama district of Abuja, will serve as their resident until Tinubu and the Shettima take the oath of office on May 29, after which they will move to the Aso Rock Villa. Tinubu is expected to receive briefings and hold key meetings at the residence. The president-elect was accompanied to the House by Senate President Ahmed Lawan, National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Abdullahi Adamu, and Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, among others. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, on Wednesday lashed out at the President Muhammadu Buhari, saying his alleged sins against Nigerians would never be forgiven. The separatist group, in a statement by its Director of Media and Publicity, Imam Powerful, was reacting to Buhari's recent appeal that all those that he had hurt should pardon him. The president, who spoke on Salah Day inside the banquet hall of the Presidential Villa, Abuja, when resident of the FCT, led by the Minister Mohammed Bohelo, also thanked Nigerians for tolerating him. But reacting in a statement by its spokesman, IPOB said to them, the president's sins are too much and unpardonable because the sins are masterminded by him and implemented by him and his cohorts. He added that it's less of the concern of the group if he relocates to Mars or Jupiter instead of going to Niger Republic, as he said. The Ogun State government has alerted residents of some areas along the river course in the state of expected flood flash due to heavy rainfall. The State Commissioner for Environment, OLUWAFISAYOMI, stated this while giving the outlook prediction for the 2023 flood alert for the state, while assuring that the state government is doing its best by putting plans in place to minimize the impact of predicted downfall. OLUWAFISAYOMI called for a change of attitude from people. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency had predicted that the state will experience 2 seasons of rainfalls for the year 2023. He stated that areas like Isheri, Mowe, Kara, Ibafo are to experience coastal flooding due to tidal lock of the Ogun River by Lagos Lagoon from natural rise in sea level. You are listening to the world news on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Still to come after this break, business, foreign and sport. Do stay with us. Welcome back. In business, the Nigerian Electricity Management Service Agency, NEMSA, has urged electricity consumers in the country to reject any meter provided to them by distribution companies without NEMSA seal and labels. Addressing journalists in Abuja, NEMSA Managing Director, Engineer AJIBOLA, said identifying the seal and label is the first step in ensuring that the meters being installed are genuine. Engineer AJIBOLA explained that the agency tests and satisfies every meter and other electrical asset used in the Nigerian electricity supply industry before they are deployed. He noted that the labels inform consumers that the date each meter was tested and the next due date for another test. On the foreign scene, the World Health Organization on Wednesday said COVID-19 deaths had reportedly dropped by 95% since the start of the year. The World Health Agency, however, warned that the virus was still on the move. Addressing a press conference, WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom said some countries are seeing increases. The WHO chief added that 14,000 people have lost their lives over the past 4 weeks to COVID-19. In the world of sports, Manchester City scored 2 goals in each half to defeat Arsenal 4-1 in the top of the table English Premier League match at the Etihad Stadium on Wednesday. Kevin De Bruyne opened the scoreline in the 7th minute before defender John Stone added the second in the first half added time. De Bruyne scored his second and the City's third on the night in the 54th minute before Erling Haaland capped a brilliant night display with a stoppage time goal. Pep Guardiola's side is on the 73 points from 31 matches, but with 2 games in hand against Arsenal, who remain top with 75 points from 33 matches. Elsewhere, Chelsea continue their losing streak since Frank Lampard took charge on interim basis with a 2-0 defeat at home to Brentford. The defeat is Chelsea's 3rd consecutive loss in the league and the 5th loss in 5 matches under Lampard. To end the world news, here is a quick recap of the major headlines. Federal Executive Council approve actions plan to protect human rights. Students lament low evacuation from war-torn Sudan. FG charged $1.2 million. IPOB tells Buhari that his sins are unforgiven. Ogun government alert residents over expected flash flood. And in business, we did tell you that NEMSA urges electricity consumers to reject meters without seals or labels. On the foreign scene, COVID-19 deaths dropped by 95% since January. And in sports, we did tell you that Man City trashed Arsenal as Chelsea continue losing streak. The world news was edited and produced by Bidat Tawhid. For more news and updates, you can follow us on social media. www.facebook/Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, on Twitter @IyamoyeTV, and on Instagram @Al-IyamoyeTV. You can also stream live by logging on to our website at www.aliyamoyetvradio.com. You can also watch us live on YouTube at Al-IyamoyeTv. I am OLUWAFISAYOMI AJIBOLA. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching.